Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, At Home with Willowberry. Or if you're new, welcome. But where have you been? I'm so happy to see you here. My name is Valerie, and in today's video, how about joining me for a day of homemaking here in my 1975 double-wide fixer-upper. I do some cleaning around the trailer. Tim builds a couple of nightstands. I make a spring potpourri simmer pot, and we are having fried chicken for dinner with a twist. So if you'd like to see how we spend a typical day on our little homestead here in the Virginia mountains, then I hope you'll stick around and enjoy the video. How are you all doing today? I hope you're all doing great. We're having a beautiful day here in the mountains. It rained and rained most of last week, and I was starting to forget what the sun looked like, but today it is back and shining bright. We had a small family reunion here over the weekend, and it was so nice to spend time with family. We got to show them around our little homestead, and we told them all about our plans for our home and property. We all had a really good time, and I can't wait to do it again. Hopefully by the next reunion, most of our renovations will be completed. Wouldn't that be a dream come true? This summer will mark 1 year of us living in a construction zone, and although we're all adjusting and making the most of our situation, I sure do miss a comfy, cozy home, especially a place where we can all sit and hang out. So I'm hoping that once we finish renovating our middle son's bedroom this summer, we will begin to tear out the old subfloors and wood paneling in our old living room, and I can't wait. Well, y'all, our plans for how we plan on tackling the renovations here in our double wide are ever changing. In fact, just since my last voice clip, the plans have already changed again. So, after we renovate our son's bedroom this summer, and before we begin to work on the living room, Tim wants to finish his mom's bathroom. We need to sheetrock the walls and install a shower, a toilet, and a vanity. This home actually has 3 bathrooms, but right now we only have one that's functional. So it just makes sense to go ahead and complete Granny's bathroom before we tackle the living room. I guess the point of my story is just know that any updates I might give on future projects are always subject to change. I tell you what, Tim likes keeping me on my toes, that's for sure. I tell you what, we've made a lot of decisions throughout the renovation process that have had me second guessing ourselves, such as paint color, furniture selection, and right down to choosing the right or wrong drywall installers. Well, I have to say there's one decision that we've made that I wouldn't change for anything, and that's our flooring selection. We went with vinyl plank flooring by Pergo, and I just love it so much. The color is exactly what I wanted, and I love that the flooring is pet friendly and scratch resistant. We plan to install the same flooring throughout the entire house, including the kitchen and bathrooms. I'm just showing you all what a typical day of homemaking looks like here in our double-wide mobile home, and what it looks like to clean in a construction zone. Although today the trailer is not too messy, we have taken a short break from renovating, so there's not too much dust and debris floating around. And not to mention, I did do a huge cleanup right before my family came to visit. Trust me, it's not always this neat and tidy in here, but it is my goal to always try and keep it as clean as possible, given our circumstances of living in the mobile home during the renovation process. We usually start our day out by having breakfast and then getting ready for the day. We then take care of Granny's needs and get her ready for the day as well. After that, I usually try to tidy up the house a bit. I wouldn't call what I'm doing today a deep cleaning, although I will be sweeping and mopping, but that's only because we've had a lot of rain recently and we keep tracking mud into the kitchen. So once I finish wiping down the counters and the fridge, then I'll be getting busy sweeping and mopping the floor in the kitchen and in my youngest son's bedroom. One of our viewers sent us this spin mop bucket system, and I really appreciate having it. It makes mopping so much easier, especially on the vinyl plank flooring, because you can spin out as little or as much water as you want. That way you're not drenching the floor in water and then it takes forever to dry. Well, alright, I'm going to go ahead and finish mopping up here in the kitchen, and then I need to go clean up the only functioning bathroom that we have here at the moment. I tell you what, I can't wait to have 3 fully functioning bathrooms, especially with 6 people and 3 of them being teenagers. It will make life so much easier, that's for sure. Alrighty, once I finish cleaning up here in the bathroom, then I will be done cleaning for the day. Well, at least until dinner time. I'll have to wash dishes again later this evening. I tell you what, dishes are a never-ending chore around here, especially since we don't have a dishwasher yet. Hopefully it won't be too much longer before we get around to renovating the kitchen. Right now, as far as I know, we will first renovate our middle son's bedroom, then Granny's bathroom, the living room after that, and then finally the kitchen, and I am so looking forward to it. Well, cleaning might be finished for the day, but we still have plenty to do to keep us busy. I ordered 2 nightstands that Tim is going to put together for me, and then I want to make a spring simmer pot before getting dinner pulled together. The trailer is all cleaned up, so now we can take the time to put together a couple of nightstands that I ordered from Amazon. But first, how about a little playtime with Max and Willow? 2 sweet doggos. They are so lovable and funny. They make me laugh all day long, that's for sure. We recently put together our new metal bed frame, and we were finally able to go ahead and get our mattress up off the floor. And we rearranged the placement of the bed to the wall with the window. Once we rearranged the bedroom, I realized I had enough space for a nightstand, so I ordered 2 of them from Amazon. Well, I didn't pay much attention to the dimensions of the nightstands, and as it turns out, they are quite small. The nightstand came in a box with 2 of them, but once we saw how small they were, Tim decided to go ahead and keep the larger wooden nightstand that he was already using on his side of the bed. I thought about just returning them to Amazon, but I changed my mind. I figured I'd go ahead and use one on my side of the bed, and I'll try to find somewhere else in the house to use the second one. I definitely should have paid closer attention to the dimensions, though, that's for sure. Well, alright, y'all. We're going to go ahead and put the nightstands together, and then I plan on putting a spring potpourri simmer pot on the stove to help bring the smell of spring inside. Well, let's see. I've cleaned up the trailer this morning, and then Tim and I put together a couple of very tiny nightstands. They were so small, y'all. They would be perfect in a kid's room, but definitely not what I was looking for. But I guess they'll work out for the meantime. Once we renovate our bedroom, we will be buying all new furniture, and hopefully not from Amazon. I need to actually see the furniture in real life. I don't know about you, but I find it hard to shop for furniture online. I never have much luck, but thankfully they weren't too expensive, so once we are ready for new furniture, we'll just donate the nightstands. It's no big deal. Well, alright, y'all. I just need to put away a few dishes and then I'll be ready to throw together a spring simmer pot. A simmer pot is simply a pot filled with water with fruits, herbs, or spices, and when heated to a simmer, the most pleasant fragrance fills the air. Today, in my spring simmer pot, I'll be using lemons, mandarin oranges, vanilla, rosemary, and thyme. I'm going to have to walk down to the garden patch to collect the rosemary and thyme, though. We have a raised wooden herb garden bed that I plan to use on the back porch next to the kitchen. We just haven't had a chance to put it together just yet. But it will be so nice once we do, because then I'll be able to just step out the kitchen door and collect all the herbs that I might need. Well, alright, y'all. Let's go ahead and head down to the garden patch to get the rosemary and thyme. After a little walk down to the garden patch, I now have all the ingredients that I want to add to my potpourri simmer pot. All I need to do now is to slice up the fruit, add the fruit and herbs to the simmer pot, and cover with water. Once the fruit and herbs start to warm up, it won't be long before the air in the house will be filled with the sweet aroma of spring. Well, y'all, I have been thinking all day about what to make for dinner. I have some chicken in the refrigerator that I need to cook up, but I really don't feel like cooking tonight. Do y'all ever have days like that? Well, I do, and today is one of them. So I asked Tim to head out to our favorite fried chicken place and to pick some up for dinner. Remember how I told y'all we had a small family reunion here over the weekend? Well, we had it catered, and I ordered way too much food. And now we have a ton of side dishes in the refrigerator that need to be eaten up. So we're having takeout and leftovers for dinner tonight. We ordered the food for the reunion from a local barbecue restaurant, and the food was delicious. So I don't feel guilty about serving leftovers for dinner. And the Royal Farms fried chicken that Tim is bringing home is my favorite. So I'm actually really looking forward to dinner tonight. Tim has finally made it back home from our favorite fried chicken place, Royal Farms, with the most delicious fried chicken that I have ever tasted, and I have all the leftover side dishes ready to go. We are having collard greens, baked beans, green beans, macaroni and cheese, potato salad, coleslaw, and a fresh veggie tray. We are having a feast tonight, y'all, and I didn't have to cook a thing. I mean, us moms and dads can't be expected to cook a big old meal every day of the week now, can we? We all deserve to take a day off from the kitchen once in a while. Around here, we usually have a couple of nights per week where we get takeout. Usually one night for pizza and another night for chicken. And then usually one night we'll have leftovers, which leaves us cooking dinner at least 4 nights per week. And that's just how we make it work for our family. And just like that, dinner's over, y'all. Since we had takeout and leftovers for dinner, and I didn't have to cook, well, I don't have that very many dishes to wash, so I'm going to go ahead and get that taken care of now. What a day, y'all. I have cleaned the trailer. We put together some furniture. We took a trip down to the garden patch to collect herbs for a spring potpourri simmer pot. And we got dinner on the table for our family. So now we have a clean house, full bellies, and the kitchen is officially closed for the night. And I'm just about ready for bed. But I have just one more thing left to do before calling it a night. I have a load of towels to fold and put away. We make weekly trips to the laundromat, and I've folded just about all of the clothes, but I have just one load of towels left to fold and put away, so I'm going to go ahead and get that taken care of now. That silly Max, he's a mess, y'all. I don't know if you've noticed, but he's got to be right in the middle of everything. He can be very needy, and he doesn't like to be left alone, but he's such a little love bug, and I'm so glad that he found us back at the trailer park. We weren't even looking for another dog. We had Willow, and we were very content. But once Max kept coming around, and then we found out that he needed a home, well, we just knew that we wanted to be his new family. Well, y'all, that's about it for this part of the video, but I do have some bonus footage to share with y'all. We hired a tree company to come out and clear some overgrown saplings and undergrowth from our side yard, and I thought y'all would like to see the transformation. The yard was so overgrown between the barn and the garden patch that we couldn't even see the barn or the pasture from the house. Once we were able to get down into the overgrown yard, we discovered that we have 3 black mulberry trees that are ripe with fruit, and we have several mimosa trees that we didn't want to cut down. It turns out that hummingbirds and butterflies love mimosa trees, which we found out last summer. There were so many hummingbirds in the mimosa trees. It was such a beautiful sight to see, so we made sure to save as many mimosa trees as possible. Alright y'all, well thanks so much for watching the video, and I hope you'll enjoy the bonus footage of our yard transformation. Thank y'all so much for being here, and I can't wait to talk to you in my next video. I'll see y'all real soon. Bye y'all.